All right, let's wait for a few more viewers to get in here before we start chopping this up. I got two special guests today, but we'll wait for a minute. Best name for you viewers, YouTube community, insurers. Good for your hair, good for your nails. I don't got no hair though. All right, let's wait a few minutes for a few more viewers to get in here. And then we'll start. We'll get this thing cracking. Wait about 5 minutes. Wait for a few more viewers before we open up today. Like I said, we got two special guests today, and we're gonna get into it as soon as they tap in. But I want to talk a little bit before they get on here. So give me 1 minute. Give me 1 second. All right. Welcome back to Prison Yard TV. I got a couple of announcements to make, but I'm going to make one of them when my guests get on here. And I'm waiting for them now. There'll be a few minutes, but check it out. So I've been talking about two things that are up and coming, and now I got confirmation on both of them. So on March 2nd, we're doing a podcast out of Colorado Springs. And what the podcast consists of is a radio station. So we'll be live on the air every Thursday between 4 and 6. Now I'm going to be live streaming this through this YouTube channel. So it'll be on Prison Yard TV every Thursday starting March 2nd between 4 and 6 p.m. And if you don't have the means to watch it on YouTube, you can listen to it on the radio. It'll be broadcast through Family Flavors, The Slide, WBN Network. That'll be March 2nd, Thursday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and every Thursday after that. Same time slot, 4 to 6 p.m. However, I got another podcast I'm going to be hosting 1 or 2 days a week starting February 24th, the day before my birthday. And it'll be 12, what is it called? 12 rounds. It's with Tony the Tiger Lopez, and we're starting his podcast February 24th. And it'll be 12 rounds with Tony the Tiger Lopez, I think. I think that's what we're floating around two different names for the podcast, but it'll be about boxing and life in general. I'll be hosting it with Tony Lopez. We're going to be on there for 12 months. I'll be on there for 12 months straight with him. And then we'll see where it goes for after the 12 months. But for the year starting February 24th, live with Tony the Tiger Lopez podcast. We're getting everything set up on Monday, and we're launching February 24th. That's his birthday. My birthday's the day after his, the 25th. So we'll be launching on his birthday, the 24th. I do have a guest coming in. So let's see where they're at. Smurf Nacho. I think you just got to hit the link and you'll be brought in, bro. It showed a guest trying to get in, and I hit it to accept it. So I don't know where you're at. I'm waiting for Smurf Nacho and Alicia, his wife. So when they got on here, we got another announcement. So March 2nd, 4 to 6 p.m., we'll be having a live radio podcast from Colorado Springs, hosting Big Cisco from 29th Street, myself, and Smurf Nacho. But in the meantime, on the 24th of February, it'll be me and Tony the Tiger Lopez hosting his podcast. And like I said, I'm going to be hosting that for a year with him. Right now, we're scheduled for 1 day a week. We'll probably try to move it up to 2 days a week and see where it goes from there. Smurf Nacho, are you in here? I don't see you. I'm looking for your link. Maybe I got it. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Can you guys hear me okay? Leave a comment.
Dog.
I see you.
Yeah, what up? What up, man?
All right. There you go. Smurf Nacho. So that's the studio, right? That's where you guys are broadcasting from?
Yep, we broadcasting right down here in the basement. Yep, I just set all this shit up, man.
Okay, so that's the announcement that I was waiting to make. I don't know all the details. I'm gonna let Smurf Nacho come and take over, tell us the details about what's going on in Colorado Springs. Go ahead, Smurf. Let my viewers know what's going on down there.
Yeah, so we got a few things going on right now. So we got we're gonna stand the Prison Yard TV out here in Colorado Springs. We're gonna be broadcasting through a radio station out there. And what I'm also working on right now is for Happy Hour with Alicia. So that's what we're doing is that's my wife Alicia Stovall, and what she's gonna be doing is kicking shit with the viewers, explaining everything. We're gonna bring work life and family life together. You know, she's handling that. She's running a point on that. I'm just behind the scenes. I'm putting everything together, just connecting the dots.
So on Alicia's podcast, what because I seen you send me a couple things in the last couple of weeks. What made you guys come up with the idea? Because I've been searching YouTube since you sent me the first post when you sent me the message with her broadcast on it, right? I've been searching YouTube to try to find something on that genre, and there is nothing.
Oh no, yeah. So we want to create something. I'm creating her lane, you know, because a lot of people they like to listen to women. They want to get women's point of view, the women's side of it. You know what I mean? So it's a dedicated podcast. It's to show the balance between work life and family life. You know, Alicia, her goal is to motivate women and men to become more level with one another and to give people more insight and give people help in relationship goals, you know, to help build up trust between men and women in their relationships. You know,
so the only thing I've seen that someone's kind of like in that same lane is Will Smith's wife.
Oh yeah, like the red table talk. So,
the red table talk. So is it based on
Go ahead.
Is that what you're basing it on? Like relationships and family life? And can we expect to be getting man bashed on there?
Oh no, not none whatsoever, man. It's the life things. It's the show men, you know, it's to give them the recognition and to show, you know, men are more valuable than what a lot of women think in the world, you know. It's in relationship advice just to help out. It's gonna be cooking channel on there, you know, recipes and shit like that, things of that nature too as well. It ain't really no man fasting, but she's also gonna be you're gonna have to take it from her. She's in the shower getting ready right now. But you know, she got a good idea of this, you know. She's gonna like tonight, she's gonna go on talk about home wreckers. Her and her sister talking about, you know, coming in breaking up a happy home.
Oh man, I gotta tune in for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. Because you know,
I've been on both ends of that situation there. I've been the home wrecker and had my home wrecked.
yeah. So we want to enlighten some of the viewers on that. Let them know what's going on, man. The, she want to give you the insight from a woman's perspective. You know, I think
Yeah,
something
that's
pretty
gonna be.
good, man. It's something that it's something. She got a voice. She got a good opinion towards things. She want to help out with a lot of situations. You know, a lot of people they don't understand when they're in a relationship and when they make that commitment, better or worse. Sometimes you may go through a month or two of hardship, you know, and she just
Yeah,
there, shoulder to lean on during those hard times.
yeah,
I think
that's
I
gonna
think
be
it's
interesting
pretty
from a
neat, man.
women's perspective because we got all these you, huh?
It's pretty neat, something different, some new flavors you want to bring to the world, you know.
Yeah, a whole nother flavor because we got all these YouTube channels hosted by men, and we always have a man's point of view, and it's good to have a woman's point of view because we can learn. Us as men, we can learn by that.
Oh yeah, for sure, without a doubt. She's not biased in their opinions, you know. Ain't nobody perfect, man. You know what I mean? She done been through situations. She done been through hardship. She just want to bring. She just want to light the world to situations. Bring a lot of awareness, to a relationship to let you know, hey man, your man might step out and he might cheat, but it's not the end of the world. It's up to you if you're going to accept
So,
it.
oh, where's she at? Is that a deal breaker?
What you mean?
Stepping out, is that a deal breaker for most women?
For a lot, I couldn't tell you. She would have to tell you that. You know what I mean? We try
No,
to
I'm
keep
gonna ask. I'm gonna ask her that same question, but in your eyes. So, okay, let's step back a minute. So, in your eyes, if your wife stepped out on you, is that a deal breaker for you?
For me personally, no.
Yeah.
I think for me, no, not at all. I think a lot of people they put too much emphasis on relationship problems. You know, you always want to set a relationship goal. Of course, you don't want that to happen, but sometimes it does happen. You know, and she's younger, might be out, might have a good night drinking. The only thing I tell her, shit, if you feel another need to go get another man, just make sure he pay all the bills. That's how I feel. You know, but
If he's bringing something to the table, it's cool.
yeah, I ain't tripping on that. You know what I mean? It ain't that serious to me, because, there might be a time where I feel like I want to go do something, but we're pretty open with each other and shit. So 9 times out of 10, if there's a woman I'm attracted to and I'll just let her know. Like, hey man, she looks pretty good, maybe we could bring her home. I
So,
just can get to a lot of places.
so basically, you guys have a pretty good, secure, open relationship.
Yeah, yep. I'm not out there looking for a replacement. I'm not looking for another woman. She provides all the needs that I want. She provides all the needs that I need. So yeah, we're pretty secure in that aspect of it.
Hey, so my opinion is, you men aren't gonna find a woman that in 2022 that is open to their man, their husband, their boyfriend stepping out on them and then coming home and thinking it's all fine and dandy. I've been through some situations where I knew that if I stepped out, it was a wrap. And that tends to make a man, if he does slip up and have a drink and something happens and he's with another woman, that tends to make a man lie about it.
Yeah. So
And we,
in those situations, honesty is key. You know what I mean? If that's the way you feel, I would rather tell her straight up, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I think this woman, she's beautiful, and so maybe we could
but
bring her home.
if you
That's
if you
how I'm approaching it. I'm not like the average guy. I'm not gonna
so
sit
wait a
here.
minute. So I got a question. So what if your wife, you knew that she was a jealous individual and she wasn't having that? If she told you from the gate before you guys got married that, it's me and all me, and if you cheat, it's a wrap, would you still be open and honest with her if you did cheat?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Even even though that you knew in the back of your head that she wasn't going to have that?
So it's that situation, risk versus reward, you know? Because if I step out, I'm not stepping out to replace her, you know? I just might feel to get my needs fulfilled for that moment, you know?
Yeah.
Me being a man, I'm accepting as a man. She accepts me for the man than who I am. But you know, we have a lot more good times than there is bad times. So I don't really see too much of a problem with that situation and stuff. A lot of men, I'm not going to, you know, all I do is work, bro. I'm not in this situation where I'm just looking for a girl to knock down and any of that situation, you know. Or if it comes to a point where we got to cross that road, and I'm gonna just be upfront and be honest about the situation.
The reason why I'm just using I'm hypothetically speaking from my past experiences, right?
Yeah,
And I'm at a point in my life now that I mean I don't plan on stepping out on no one that I'm with,
yeah,
but if it did happen, it would be like a slap in the face to my partner because I'm known for that. So if I tell my partner that I'm going to be loyal to her, I'm going to be honest to her, and I'm not going to step out on her, and it does happen, I would be more susceptible of telling her the truth about it and dealing with the consequences later. However, my last marriage and my last relationship, I knew she wasn't going for none of that.
yeah,
Um, and for me to be honest with her, it will be a deal breaker, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
it,
without a
it
doubt.
made me it made me have to hide a lot of things that I wouldn't normally hide if I was with somebody else.
But do
You
you
know what I
feel
mean?
when you if it comes down to that point, at that point you got to figure out, is it worth it? Is it like I said, the risk versus reward? You know, if you stepping out, you know you got a conscience. Everybody got a conscience. You know
Yeah.
that might eat you up. You know,
And
that's a
that's where it went wrong because I did have a conscience. I didn't cheat. So I cheated in my both my marriages all the time. But the
yeah,
last relationship I had, um, I didn't cheat. However, in my eyes, I didn't cheat because I didn't have sex with nobody else, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But but women women think differently. So if you're talking to somebody, um, okay, for instance, like this, put it like this. So how long have you and Alicia been married?
We've been married 2 years, and we were in a relationship for 6 years before we got married.
Okay. So if she told you that you guys were exclusive and she wasn't going to step out on you, you wasn't going to step out on her, and you ran into your ex, someone that you had a relationship with before, and you talked to her or you seen her out of town or you talked to her on the phone, would Alicia think that was cheating in her eyes?
Oh no, not at all. And let me tell you
See,
something about Park. So, as everybody gets to know Alicia, and I'm gonna tell you a couple things. We have a unique relationship. Alicia, she likes women. You know what I mean? So that's a plus for me. As far as we done had a threesome with one of my exes before. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like I don't I don't really I'm open about everything that I do. It ain't that serious to me. 9 times out of 10, if there's another female that's involved, you know, you might be out shopping with your wife, you might be out shopping with your girlfriend, and you might see a woman, nice body, big booty, nice titties and shit. Alicia's gonna point that out to me and be like, damn, babe, look at her butt. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's real unique, you know. So that's why we don't really have too many problems, man. That's why everything I'm trying to motivate her, get her feet planted in the where she could give herself to the world and she can express her views, and I could just take the back seat. You know, you know how it is, man. This YouTube shit, it goes up and down. It's hard sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's good, you know. But I'd rather her endure all the hardships and go that she could build her own brand and build her own legacy. I always tell her, like, even the men that she deal with, you know, she runs a construction company. She has to deal with the men. I can't be there all day to hold her hand and do that. So she has to stand on her own 2 feet and give her opinion, give her suggestions. You know, I teach her how to be firm and how to be, you know, real vocal when it comes to any of those situations like that. And it works out pretty good. And every one of my friends, she got some of her friends, or even some of my friends, she's closer with a few of my friends than I am with them, because she built her own relationship with them, and I don't take that from her. I always tell her, everybody you deal with, everybody I introduce you with, what I have with them is separate from what you have with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, where's your mic set up at?
So right now the computer's not plugged in. I got plugged in. I'm running the mics just right off the road coaster, off the podcast, and that just directly into the computer. So I have to run my phone to the computer, and everything else just connected right in. It's like a USB or a HDMI cord from the podcast.
Because I could hear you, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes in your sentences, the words are cutting off, and I just got a message saying that Smurf Nacho keeps cutting out.
Oh, that's just right now. I just got my phone set up on that the little ring, the little ring, the YouTube little ring light, whatever it is.
Oh yeah. That's how I had mine set up before.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the first day. It's a trial and error, but we're just gonna keep pushing forward. I'm waiting on Alicia. Alicia, here she is right now. She's got a shower. She ain't even trying to come on. I need to give you a couple some insight to dog and his viewers about a few things real fast.
Yeah, I got some questions. Yeah,
man. She's a good woman, man. She's a good woman. Dealing with me, she gotta be. Yeah. I'm real humble, man. I done watched her grow. It all started off. I told her I was just blunt with her in the beginning. I put her through college, and I told her, look, I'll hold us down. You go through college. My expectations is, get the best grades as possible. She has a degree in construction management. I've been a concrete finisher for the last 23 years. And I told her, you want to invest? If I invest my time with you, I need you to invest your time in me. And you investing your time in me, that's becoming involved with this construction. And I completed a lot of goals. Like I said, she owns a concrete company. I'm just a closer. I do all the work. She handles the bids. She handles the contracts. She talks to everybody. I just come out there to do the work with my skills that I have.
That's tight. That's super tight.
It works out good because it's separated, dog. So I don't really deal with the homeowners. We do residential and commercial work. We do work for the city. We do city sidewalk, curbs, patios, sidewalk, curb and gutter. We do warehouse floors. We do a lot. I don't handle none of that, bro. I don't handle the money. I do the bids. I say what the job is worth. She types up the contract. From then on, she handles point guard from there. And I just do the work. God gave me ability. I got a God-given talent at this concrete stuff. And like I said, I've been doing it for 23 years.
That's tight. You can work with your wife like that, hand in hand.
Hand in hand, man. And we got it was in the beginning. It was a struggle, because we had to separate everything from that. And I told her we just have to. It's like you can't bring your personal problems in. There might be days where I'm like, she might not fill out a paper, and I just look at it. I come from a company doing this with other companies, and I was like, you just can't take it personal. At the end of the day, it's just business as well. It's just my boss ended up being my wife. You know what I mean? So it works out smooth, bro. It really does, man. Like I was at work today. She sent me out to a job. I went out there. I supervised. I set the guys up. They're out here working while I'm sitting at the house right now. I just make sure.
So how long have you guys had this cement company?
So on paper, we're going on our sixth year. With owning a concrete business, and we're actually in the process of changing the name. We got equipment. I got a dump truck, dump trailer, mini excavator. We got an enclosed trailer, fully wrapped. We got a 2 work vehicles, a dually, and we have a work van. We provide that for our guys, our workers. They got work vehicles. We pay for the gas, everything, man. works out good. It's slow because it's wintertime. You know, it's wintertime, man, and the weather out here in Colorado Springs it's freezing. Like right now, it's cold, but during the wintertime, we just try to do indoor work.
So can you actually lay concrete in this cold weather?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So you want to do 32 degrees of rising. That's anything after 32 degrees, the concrete can freeze. But there's chemicals you add to it. You can add calcium chloride. It makes it, no matter how cold it is, the concrete is still going to dry. It's just within that 24 hours, with it being so cold, you got to put concrete blankets on top of your concrete to keep the heat in. And you got to keep it above 50 degrees with the concrete blankets. You know, they're insulated. It works out good. It's a little different. It's hard work, but you know, it's the work that pays the bills.
Yeah. How long have you been navigating her podcast in your guys' head? Has it been planned for some time? Has she been on the internet and YouTube looking at other people's podcasts and be like, I could do this better?
Oh yeah. That's the motivation right there. And also the main thing is, man, she sees I invest a lot of money into other people, and while she's around, when she sees me doing this, and if something doesn't look right, or we failed at it or something, or waste of money, she always tells me, hey Smurf, you always invest in these other people. Why don't you invest in what's around you? Invest into me. So I took this time and made best of it, and I invested in her, bro. You know what I mean?
David Johnson, what's up, homie? I see you. Where's she at? I got some questions.
She's upstairs. She's getting ready to come down. Let me give her a call. Let me call her, man. Cause yeah, I need her input on this because I want to. Let me see. Bear with me for a moment, there, dog. How you doing, man? How's everything going, man?
You know, as a whole, it's going good. I've taken a couple losses in the last.
I need you, dog. Got a couple questions for you, real fast. Yeah, I know that, but just come on.
She just got out the shower, huh?
Yeah. She said, tell dog I want to be ready. I just want to come over here and blow drying my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she want to get you. She just, you know, first appearance is everything, dog. She wants to get on the channel. She wants to look right and everything like that.
Man, I know exactly where you're coming from. I just had this conversation with my brother. He just met someone new, and he was telling me the difference between her and his ex. And I was like, yeah, you know, some women, they won't step foot on camera or out the house unless they're fully done. But then there's some women that don't give a damn and will step out straight out the bed without brushing their teeth. And he was like, yeah. And you know, there's pluses to both of those.
Yeah.
I'm a punctual person. I don't like being late to anything. I like trying to be early to everything. And when I'm ready to go, I'm out in the car waiting.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes I'll be out there waiting for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes because she's in there putting her face on or doing her hair and she got to look right, which, I mean, I could respect that, but to some extent it gets irritating after a while.
Oh yeah. Man, I understand. At least you're late for everything, bro. But she don't wear makeup. It's all natural. You know what I mean? So that's quick. It's just she takes real pride into her dress. You know, the way she dresses and everything like that. You know, it's always a have. You know, I don't mind it. And like you said, man, sometimes I'm waiting 10, 20, 30 minutes waiting on her. What I learned is patience. You know, and that gets me a lot of places and shit.
You gotta have patience. Mm-hmm. You got to have patience with the woman getting ready, man, because there's no compromising when it comes to their appearance.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Like, dog, I like what you doing, man, what you got going on. You got a lot of support out here in Colorado Springs, man. Everybody looking forward to the new podcast at the radio station, too.
Smurf, Nacho. I got so many projects going right now. It's like I'm juggling them. And when I lay down at night, it's like usually I just fall. I mean, I'll stay up at night and I can't fall to sleep. But in the last couple months, because I'm doing so many things, it's like when I hit that pillow, I'm out. It's like I'm so exhausted from. Sometimes I don't answer my. I learned how to not answer my phone all the. See, being that I was in prison for so long and I had a phone, I would always try to answer all my texts and calls immediately. But I found out you don't have to do that no more. Like I'll get a call and I'll weigh it out before I answer it. And if I'm doing something important, then I won't answer it. And it's hard for me to do that because I don't like calling people and having to leave messages and then they don't call me back. So I try to be the person that answers the phone every time, answers a text immediately. But I've learned you can't satisfy everybody, man. And I got to have some me time sometimes. So I've been learning to not answer my phone all the time now.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me.
There's a new thing. And what I've been trying to do is for the first hour when I wake up, to not touch my phone. In the hour before I go to sleep, to not touch my phone as well. Because a lot of everybody's coming into their phone these days, and it's become it's like it's bad habit, or it's just.
So wait a minute. Before you go to bed, you put the phone away an hour before you fall asleep?
Yes.
I need to try that because every night when I go to sleep, I fall asleep with my phone and it ends up on the floor on my chest. And it's like, I know I was on it before I fell asleep. I got to try that.
Yeah, man, just plug it in, charge it, just let that go. Like you said, everything.
You turn it off?
No, I don't turn it off. I just leave it right there. And if I'm in the process of going to sleep, I just don't answer it. I just let it go and I just return all the calls the next day. You know what I mean? Because that sleep.
I gotta try that. I really gotta incorporate that in my life.
Because you gotta think, man, a lot of people, the first thing they do when they wake up, they grab their phone. You know what I mean?
First thing. That's the
first. Grab their phone, use the restroom, be on their phone, get on that. I try to break myself out of that habit. It's a bad habit at the end of the day. So
I catch myself getting in the shower with my phone.
Yeah. I understand you on that, man. But you're real punctual, man. I noticed that. I noticed that about you. You're real serious about your craft. You're real serious about everything you do. Sometimes that it's very important, But
that's something I've always, I don't know what it is about me, and then I take offense when people don't show me that same courtesy. Like I'll have a cat tell me, we got a bid at this time at this house, and I'll go over there and they're not home. And it's like crazy to me. It's like, why'd you tell? I could be doing something else. But I've learned to kind of like have more patience with people because people don't always say what they mean and mean what they say. A lot of people tell you what you want to hear. And I've never been that kind of person. It's like when I tell you something, it's like, I damn sure is going to try my hardest to do it. And it ain't even hard for me to do it anymore. It's just, I'm a punctual person. So when other people do that to me and they're not punctual, it really gets on my nerves, but I got to stop letting it get to me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's all about the person's intentions. There's situations where I tend to do something and I plan on doing that and something else came up. And sometimes you gotta weigh what's more important, not to say one's least important than the other, but sometimes, I might be in a situation where I have to go do a bid on this job. Then that day of the morning, I might be pouring concrete for something else. And once that concrete gets there, that concrete truck gets there, I'm committed. Then, I hate having to reschedule jobs and stuff like that, but things do come up. I just try to minimize it as much as possible. I try to keep it business as possible, but I explain to the homeowner, well, really, it's not me. I just call Alicia and be like, hey, let this homeowner know we're pouring concrete. I can't make it at this time. The concrete's supposed to get here at 10. They got there 11:30. I'm supposed to do a bid at 1:30, and I can't do this bid because once this concrete gets here, I'm committed. Until that concrete lays down, smooth down, flat, and we start finishing, I'm here at the job. I can't go nowhere. And sometimes it just happens, or I'm out of service. I might be working in the mountains and I just can't get to it, you know, not intentionally. It's just, it is what it is sometimes. I try to minimize
What's
the
up,
situation
Corey?
as much as possible.
Corey Ferguson, what's happening? I see you, homie. Yeah, back at it again. Today we're doing something a little bit different, Corey. We're here to announce. So I don't know if you caught the beginning of this, Corey, but and David too. So I've been talking about this podcast on March 2nd. We're starting out in Colorado Springs, and it'll be broadcast every Thursday between 4 and 6, starting March 2nd. And what it is we're gonna start a podcast out there on the radio, and it's Family Flavors, the Slide WBN radio station. But we're also gonna stream it through my YouTube channel, and that's March 2nd. Also, I got another podcast that's starting here in Sacramento. I believe it's February 24th. My birthday is the 25th, and we're starting it on my homie's birthday, February 24th. And it's Tony the Tiger Lopez. He's a 3-time world champion fighter. And we're starting his podcast, and I'm going to be hosting it for a year with him. And that'll be 2 times a week. We haven't decided what days yet because we both have companies, but we're going to be hosting his podcast 2 times a week starting February 24th. And we'll be having a lot of different fighters on there in the fight world, in the boxing world, and we're going to be talking about a lot to do with the boxing world and the UFC world. But we're not keeping it limited to that. Yeah. I lived in Colorado Springs for 2 years. Where at, Corey? Where are you living now? Can you see these comments, Smurf?
Yeah, I'm looking over there. Corey Ferguson.
Yeah. When'd you live out there, Corey?
Colorado Springs, it's a melting pot. There's opportunity out here, man. It's just what you make it. You know, there's a lot of money out here, especially involved when you're involved in that construction trade. The cost of living is going up because all the dispensaries, all the grows. People, they're coming out here, man. They're coming out here. Say your mortgage is $2,000 a month. Somebody will come out and say, "Hey, we'll pay you $3,800 a month and turn your whole house into a grow." Because legally out here, you could grow with no license, no nothing. You could grow 12 plants all day, 6 in veg and 6 in flower with no problem legally. So whatever you produce off of that, especially if you have plants, you start your plants growing them indoor and you put them outdoor. Shit, you could yield, 4 or 5 pounds a plant. So that's a big thing out here in Colorado. When Colorado Springs is so far. With all due respect to California, but Colorado Springs is so far ahead of the curve when it comes to recreational marijuana and medical marijuana use. It's a force to be reckoned with.
So it's legal without a license or anything to grow 12 plants at one time?
Yep, anybody can do that all day.
So I don't know. A couple of years ago, I knew all the ins and outs of the cannabis industry because I was getting into it real tough. But yeah. I was told, and I don't hold me to this, I was told from my friend, he been growing in Humboldt County since he was a kid. He's in his 50s now. And he was telling me you could grow 99 plants in California, which was kind of unreal to me because I know people that went to jail for growing 40 plants. And so I never really looked into that because I wasn't growing at the time. I had other people doing it. But do you know anything about that? If it's legal in California to grow 99 plants legally?
So I don't know California, but Colorado, you need a commercial grower's license, and that's easy to obtain. That's the only way you can grow 99 plants or more is with a commercial grower's license.
And how many can you yield off a commercial grower's license? How many is legally obtained? Can you grow legally with that growing license?
So you can have whatever that you produce, whatever you produce. There's nothing they can do about it. It's all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, without a doubt. So we'll say 100 plants, and each one of those yield 5 pounds. You know what I mean? There's nothing they could do about that. Whatever you have in your possession, as long as you have the plant count for that, there's nothing they can do about it. It's all legal. Like they
But
even have, so far as like the medical cards, right? So when you get a medical marijuana card, you have the option on that medical marijuana card to become a caregiver. So each caregiver, so if I have a medical marijuana card and I become a caregiver, for each person that's under me, I can become their caregiver up to 15 people. And for each person, I can have their 12 plant count too, as well. So you just kind of, yeah. And it's all legal.
So is there enough sun during the day to grow out there?
So, you know, the main thing right here, they call crop October. October is the months where the market is flooded with marijuana. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's harvest.
What a lot of people do out here to stay ahead of the curve, they start growing indoor around January, February, March. You know, April comes, that's when you want to put your plants out there. So they're already ahead of the curve. So the plants is already 3-4 feet off the ground. So they just plant that. You know, they just put it in the pot, 50-gallon pots, whatever, put it in their backyard. If they own property, put it on their property, and they're ahead of the curve. By the time October comes, they're cropping down. They're ready to go. If you're in the perpetual grow, you know, that's a lot of people that they do it indoor. You know, a lot of people do it outdoor because, you know, the cost of electricity and everything, the case like that. You know, when I was growing, we was doing deep water culture. So everything was indoor. There wasn't really too much stuff outdoor. So you can only yield so much being indoor, you know. But you know, the outdoor is where it's at. But the outdoor, you just don't have, the bag appeal ain't as good as the indoor marijuana, you know?
Yeah. So if you're in the industry for the money, outdoors where it's at. But if you're in the industry to smoke your own product, it's probably indoors the best. Because, you know, a lot of people in California now, you could sell me some mids and tell me it's some exotics and I'm going to believe you because I don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
But a chick that I was dating, that's all she does is smoke weed. And I used to, you know, bring her some weed and I'd be like, because who I got it from was like, oh, this is fire. This is indoor. But when I brought it to her, she was like, this is some garbage.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you have to be a marijuana connoisseur to know about that type of shit. And I just never knew it. I never was really into smoking weed. So I don't know. Anyone could sell me anything and I'll think it's good.
Yeah. So
you know
right now,
mean?
I got one of these weed pens, right? This little vape cartridge right here. This is this is 97% THC right here. It's pressed off the rosin. It's wax and shatter. That's another thing. Like I don't know if you guys got that. I don't know if you guys got that out in California, but out here it's
got
like
what?
The shatter, this wax.
They got it out here.
It's called wax. You can buy
shatter out here.
You can buy a pound of shatter for about $3,500. And when you break this down by the gram, man, you talking about 60,000 a pound is what you're making all day.
They got
way more lucrative.
So they got this. Hey, so last year they got this little I want to say it's a building, right? And on Wednesday nights, all these different vendors go into this building, and you got to have a medical marijuana to get in, a medical marijuana card.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, there's a doctor at the front door, and he'll examine you right there and give you a card for $20. But they got 30, 40 vendors in there. And the first time I seen that shatter shit, it was amazing. He was telling me what it does, how much THC it had in it, and all this shit. Well, I got some. I think I paid $80 for a gram of it, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to smoke that shit. And he told me how the person I was with told me you put it on this little thing, like this, I don't know, it's a screen, and then you burn it. Man, I hit that shit one time, Smurf Nacho. That's why I don't smoke weed. I was high from 8 o'clock at night till 4 o'clock the next afternoon, bro. I went to sleep and woke up, and it was unreal. I'm not a THC type of guy. Now I eat edibles, 10
Yeah.
grams, 10-gram edibles, and that keeps me, cool. But
So,
smoking weed, huh?
so in Sacramento, do you guys is it still medical marijuana, or do you guys got recreational?
Well,
Does the law
now,
pass on the recreational yet?
yeah. So now you don't need a medical marijuana card to go in any cannabis club. You could just walk in with your license. It's medical. I mean, it's recreational. Anyone can just buy weed anywhere now.
So I'm gonna give you some game, man, for the people that sell the recreational. So, oh, you say anybody can buy weed out there, so you don't need a red card. So like certain
You don't
cities
need
like out here, so it was so far ahead of the game. Even the people that have like just the medical, certain cities that it hasn't hit yet, there's things called the gray area, right? So what you can do is a lot of people got rich off of this shit out here too, man. A lot of people, what they were doing is you would go to a shop, a medical marijuana shop, and you go in there, you purchase a lighter. You purchase a lighter for $30, and what they'll do is give you the weed for free. So it's called a weed gift. And everybody was going crazy off of that, man. You go in there, you buy a pack of zigzags for $20, $15. They give you half an eighth for free. And there's nothing the lawmakers could do about it. And people are
that's hella smart.
There's even the last one standing right now. There's a weed church, right? It's literally a cannabis church. So what you do is you go in there, you pick your weed out, everything like that, and you pay for prayers. So and they donate you the weed.
Wait a minute. Wait. It's a weed church.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally.
You go in there.
A weed church.
You go in there.
You go in there, and there's a menu of all the weed that's there, right?
Yeah.
And boom, they tell you how many prayers the weed is worth. So if you want to go in there, you want to go buy an ounce of weed, it's 80 prayers, and they give you the weed for free, bro. Crazy, huh? There's so many things, bro. Just like you really win off a weed lounge. If you got there's a couple out here, they try to come in there, shut it down, giving us stop and sense letters and shit, but people are still operating because they're trying to make laws to ban them. Like there's this arcade place. There's number arcade games in there. You go in there, you pay $10 to get in there, right? Then boom. Well, after you could come in there with your own sack. You can smoke weed in peace. They sell blunts. They sell weed. Well, they donate you the weed, really. You go in there and you just like it's the same concept, man. You got to purchase a ticket, and you just give them a ticket. They'll tell you, hey, this weed right here is lemon kush. You need 3 tickets to buy a half ounce or something, and you got to purchase the tickets, and they just give you the weed. You just exchange tickets for the weed, and you just post right there. You can smoke your blunts. If you don't want to smoke at home, your parents won't let you smoke, or your wife tripping, you just go to the dab lounge, or you go to the weed lounge, and you just hang out and you smoke your weed, bro.
So I take it recreational marijuana is not legal in Colorado.
Yeah, it's legal, but there's it's zoned in certain places and stuff. So it might be you're this close to the city limits here, or you might be 500 feet from an elementary school. You can't sell no weed. It's zoned in certain areas, like the red card. The red card is just really hidden out here right now. There's places where you don't need a medical card. You get a red card. What they try to do is, so you get your red card through the state, but they want you to pick a vendor. So you have a place like you got Tweedlee, there's all different kind of places, man. And you go in there, and what they do is, hey, you got your recreational card. If you register with me, these are the prices that you get. You get half pricing. You get half off on the pricing. You know what I mean? And you don't even the taxes ain't that much. If you go to Manitou Springs, you go in there, bro. You buy 8. You're literally paying for some hybrid or some top shelf. You're paying $80 for an 8, $90 for an 8. The 8 might be $50, but after taxes, you're gonna pay like $20 $28 to $30 worth of taxes. That's how they get you right there. And these places, man, they're banking off of that shit, dog.
Where's this at?
That's Manitou. So you got strawberry fields. That's some strawberry fields and emerald fields. Those are the number two, 1 to 2 places out here. But they're busting you in the head on that. Then versus you could go to like a mom and pop store and go get that. And I'm talking about, but the mom and pop stores is where it's at because you could get edibles that are 100 milligrams of edible, 50 milligrams of edible, just a little square. A gummy bear might be 50 grams of THC, you know? And everywhere else, they only sell 5, 10 milligrams. You buy a bag of edibles, say you buy a bag of chips, and the whole bag got 250 milligrams. Versus you go to one of those mom and pop recreational stores, you're gonna buy a bag of gummy bears, and there's 10,000 milligrams, 5,000 milligrams of THC total in the bag. Versus that 100 to 250 milligrams. You know, there's a catch, but it's very lucrative. The market is oversaturated when it comes to that right now at the time. Man, I don't know what this girl Alicia doing, man. She's over there, but it's all good. I ain't tripping.
We could actually, let me see. Oh shit, we've been on here almost an hour. What we could do is we could post a link. We could post a link to her podcast, and that way my viewers could just hit the link.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's do that, dog. You know, this is something.
Because I know she's probably just got the lower half of her hair blew dried already. The other half is probably still wet.
Yeah, man. You already know how that goes, man.
So yeah, let's do that. What time is she coming on today?
So we got a birthday party. We're going to a bar at 7 o'clock. Then we'll probably be there an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours at the top. Then it's not far from my home. Then we come back on. She's getting on with her sister. So tonight they're gonna be talking about home wreckers. It's gonna be
her sister's coming on?
Huh?
It's her and her sister?
Yep, her and her sister. They're gonna be going on tonight.
So this is what I'm gonna do for my viewers. So if you guys wanna click on Happy Hour with Alicia tonight, probably between 8 and 10, huh?
Yep, 8 and 10.
Just hit the link. I'll have the link posted up and hit the link. I got to go in here. I'm supposed to go do a bid. This lady ain't called me. So I go from, check this out. This is what my life consists of right now. So I got a tree company, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, these older females that call me up to go do a bid on a tree end up talking me into either building gazebos or making koi fish ponds or cleaning gutters, or it's like crazy to me, man. So I went to go do this bid on this older lady's tree. And when I get there, I see the tree was just trimmed like recently. She's like, well, actually, I wanted to know what you think about this gazebo, tearing it down and building a new one. And I'm like, lady, I'm a tree guy. I don't know how to build gazebos.
Yeah.
But she was so nice, and she calls me like last week I did the bid, and she's been calling me every day talking about just life in general. And I'm like, you know what? I looked into it. I'm going to tear this damn gazebo down. I ordered the kit, and I'm just going to put her a new gazebo up over her jacuzzi. And now she's thinking about building a koi fish pond. And I'm like, I got experience in that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I went from going to do a bid to cut a tree to now refurbishing her whole damn backyard, it seems like.
Oh, that's how it happens sometimes, man. Don't be afraid to go get that money. It's extra. You know,
I don't even mind. I don't mind, and I'm really not doing it for the money when it comes to people like that, because I just like helping people, Smurf. I like really it makes me happy when someone don't have anybody, like older women don't have men at their house or their kids are away and they don't have no one to do it. I like doing that. I enjoy doing that type of stuff and helping people, man.
Yeah, as you should, bro. As you should.
I've been like that.
I think we're put in a situation. That's what people fail to forget, man. You know, you're supposed to help your neighbors. You're supposed to help people, the unfortunate people, man. Especially God gave us the opportunity to do that shit. Like when it
And you
comes
know
to
what?
you can't take it with you.
I found out that I don't do it for a reward, but it always comes back to me tenfold, bro. Like if I go do a job and I do extra work and the pay is very low, it seems like I get it back in another way, not at the job site, but I get blessed like different ways in life when I do that type of stuff. And I don't do it for that purpose, but it seems like it always comes back to me, man. It's crazy.
When you bless people, you get double blessings, bro.
Yeah. So that's where I'm headed to now. I'm going about 2 miles from my house, and going to measure for her koi pond. But tell Alicia, yeah, I want you to send me the link to that, and I'm gonna post it and tell her I'm gonna be tapping in, and I'm gonna have a lot of people tapping in because this is something. This is her opening night, right?
Yep, it's gonna be her opening night, man. It's gonna be a good thing. She very funny, man. She a good person, straight
I
laced.
got a lot of listen. I got a lot of questions because that's your wife, and she don't have no connection to me, and I want a woman's point of view on a whole bunch of different angles. I got questions for her, and it's probably a blessing that she didn't get on here because I would have been asking her questions that should have been asked on her podcast.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna
I
have a
got
good time.
questions.
I promise you, bro. I'll tell you this. She loves tequila. You see her every time. That's why it's happy hour. You know how it is when you go to a place at happy hour. Those drinks are half off. You know
Okay,
what I
wait a
mean?
minute.
So,
I got a question
yeah,
because you know I used to drink a lot back in the days, but I don't drink at all no more. But
yeah,
about 4 or 5 months ago, I was seeing someone that drank every day, and
yeah.
I always thought that Patron was the tequila for people, but she showed me she don't like Patron. She's like, that's nasty. I'm like, what do you drink? She's like, Don Julio. I'm like, what? What is that?
Yeah,
And
Don Julio, that's a real good drink right there. Shit, I stayed
is
about
it?
half gallons of that. I bought a half gallon last night. So you
So
know you
wait a
got.
minute. So Don Julio is a better quality tequila than Patron?
Oh yeah, for sure, without a doubt, man, without a doubt.
Really?
Yeah. Then you can even go past Don Julio. You got there's this one called the Bell. Oh man, that shit's fire right there.
What's it called?
The Bell.
The Bell?
Yep, it's fire, bro. It's a little bit more than Don Julio. Like the 1942 bottles of Don Julio, you know, those are
Uh-huh.
more expensive. We got a few of them upstairs too as well. We're just tequila connoisseurs, bro. You wake up no hangover. You know, you feel good. There ain't really no come down. It's either, you know, I don't drink to get drunk. You know, I'll get a buzz and call it good right there. You know, to loosen me up a little bit and that. But I don't drink to get wasted. You know,
So
but
Patron is like the bottom of the barrel tequila, really.
no, it ain't bottom of the barrel. It's better. Bottom of the barrel is like Jose Cuervo. You know,
Man,
That-
listen, man, I had so many bad experiences on that shit. Um, yeah, I used to drink Jose Cuervo about 25 years ago, and that shit right there had me doing. I went to prison on that shit. But I wanted to ask you. So, is Patron, Don Julio, and then the Bell?
yeah,
And
yeah.
what's above the Bell?
So you have there's this one. It's called Cristalino.
Uh,
Cristalino. That's it's aged anejo. Like it's clear anejo. All anejo is like yellow. They're darker. You got your standard Don. All right, let's go with Don Julio. So you got your standard, right? You got your silver. Then after you got your
the
silver,
silver label.
yep. Then you got your Resposado. Then after Resposado, you got your Nejo. But then you got the Crystalani. Crystalani, that's higher than that. That's like your aged Nejo, where it's clearer Nejo. And that shit is fire. It's
Oh,
aged longer. I think it's minimum 5 years to age it in a barrel. Then you got tequilas. They casket in the like you got the Don Julio Primavera or something like that. It's cast in a whiskey barrel. It got a different taste, but it's like Don Julio for whiskey drinkers.
what about? Have you tasted E40's tequila?
Yeah, not as tequila. I had that Slurricane. I had all his wine, like this Moscato shit and all that. But I haven't the Rock. I tried his. We had that several times actually. You have
How
Cabo,
was that?
the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the Rock.
Yeah, how was his tequila?
It's cool. It got a harsh aftertaste, but it gets you cool. Then you got what, that George Clooney tequila. That's that
Yeah, but
Casamigos.
doesn't E40 got a tequila out?
Yeah, he got a new one now. I haven't tried his new tequila though. The what's the name? There's so many different tequilas, man. It's crazy. It's just it's an epidemic right now with the tequila battle, man. I'm telling you, that's the best drink though. Even
You
what's
got
the
me.
name?
You want me to you got me wanting to have a sip right now. I don't know if you see my bar. I got a bar in my backyard. Check it out.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, I seen it
so
on one
this
of your lines for a birthday party. Yes, plus
so
back then.
this is my backyard, my patio. This is my studio, but it all lights up. Let me see if these lights turn on. Oh, they're not plugged in. But I really don't utilize this no more because I stopped drinking. Oh, none of the. Oh, wait, there we go. What happened here?
Why you quit drinking, dog?
Several reasons. So the real reason, well, the first reason I had a kidney removed in 2003. I had renal cell cancer from drinking too much.
Damn.
And I stopped drinking for a few years, but then when I came home, I started drinking like every day. When I came home in 2018, my dude that was gone for 30 years was out when I came home. And he was on federal parole, and he used to call me to go pick him up at all these bars all the time. Then I'd go out and drink with him, right?
Yeah.
Well, then he was drinking 7 days a week, calling me to go pick him up. And so I'm like, both of us can't be drinking. So I stopped drinking. He ended up going back to the pen. He got 15 years, and I haven't drank since. Well, I can't say I haven't drank since, but I just slowed down. Now I just don't drink at all no more. I haven't drank in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even say that. I was drinking about 5 months ago. I was dating Vanessa, the girl that robbed the banks with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was messing with her again, and she's a stone cold 7 days a week alcoholic. I had to get away from that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean. Okay,
Well,
so send me the link.
I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna send you the link when we post this and everything. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your support, man. And I'm telling you,
I'm gonna tap in. I want you to text me before she gets on, so I got it. I got the time. I should be home back home by then, so I'm gonna tap in to check her out. I got some questions for her.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time, dog. I'm gonna stay in touch. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a good time. You watch. You're gonna be cracking up, man. It's especially the dynamics of her and her sister. It's gonna be a good thing. That's all I can say. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Hey, is her sister single?
Yep. She sure is.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Oh
Uh-oh.
yeah. Yep.
I might be tapping in on some flirtatious shit.
Oh yeah, do that, man. But hey, feel free. You'll see the vibe. It'll be a good thing, bro. They're gonna have questions for you as well.
All right. I'll see you later on.
All right, brother.
All right. That's our episode with Smurf Nacho. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit it. If you haven't already hit that bell, that notification button. And I'll be tapping in later on tonight. If you guys see, it's happy hour with Alicia. It'll probably happen between 8 and 10. They're gonna go to a birthday party. When they come home, I'll be broadcasting it. See y'all later. Happy Saturdays. Tell the people you love them. And I'm out.